Yo, what's up, everybody? What is up, everybody? What is up, everyone? What's up? It's Elijah. What's up? How's it going? We have another exciting show for you guys today over here at Wealth for Generations. Yes, we do. We're going to be talking about some. What's up? How's it going? There we go. Yep. Sorry, you know me. Got to double check that sound all the time. Got to double check the sound. But today, yes, we are going to be talking about some stuff. If you guys have been rocking with me for a while, some of this stuff may you may have heard before, but like I said, I'm always trying to critique things and make sure you guys get a really good experience out here with us with Wealth for Generations, and it's all about the next generation. So today we're going to be diving in and kind of touching on that a little bit, the next generation. So without any further ado, let's get into some introductions. As you may very well know, I'm Elijah, your favorite podcast host. And over here in front of me, we have the reigning champ, the engineer of all engineers, Mr. James Marrero.
What's up?
What's up today, sir? How are you?
I'm good. I'm
Awesome.
chilling.
Awesome. Thank you for being able to come through and hold it down on the one today, because we don't have a co-host, we don't have a special guest today, so it's just the one. No ones and twos today. But if you guys were here last week, then you know that I switched up the flow just a little bit. Switch up the flow. You know how it go, just a little bit for you guys. So let's go with the new flow. You ready? We're doing the meat and potatoes first. Forget them sides for a second. We're going for the meat and potatoes first. So we starting today off with the wealthy wisdom. Yes. And like I said, this one is kind of for my young entrepreneurs out there, my young adults out there. The bag ain't gonna secure itself. So what's good, fam? Welcome back to another episode of Wealth for Generation, where we keep it real, hilarious, and most importantly, profitable. Listen, if you're between 18 and 25, consider this your official wake up call. The bag ain't gonna secure it itself, peoples. It's not. You out here securing vibes, but not your future. And don't get me wrong, I'm not shitting on the vibes. It's very important, but you gotta balance. You gotta balance it out. Balance it out. Okay. Um, you don't want your future self literally watching you like a Netflix series screaming, make the better decision. Do it. Don't let your 30-year-old self be watching like it's a horror movie, okay? Okay? You're just in the corner like, oh my god, is he gonna get it financially? Is he gonna make it? I don't know. But let me tell you guys a quick little story, okay? Going off script right here, okay? Shh, don't tell nobody we got a script. I know. Shh, you don't tell anybody we got a script. But anyways, it matters to make good financial decisions, and I've known that for a very long time, but I decided recently to do some of the popular decisions and make some of the more common moves, and it actually helped me out tremendously this past year. Because if you guys have been rocking with me, you may know that we had a little bit of a struggle this past financially this past year and a half or so. And if it wasn't for me making those pivotal moves 2-3 years before these financial burdens hit us, it would have been a much harder situation. Yes, a much harder situation. And I'm talking about things like looking into, um, gosh, of course, it's gonna blank my mind as soon as I want to say it. Just bloop. Um, looking into high yield savings accounts. Okay. That was something that I started looking into and investing in about 3-4 years ago, and that helped save my situation during my vehicle mishap and my financial hardship the last year, 2 years or so. The pocket change hacks. Now, if you guys have been messing with me, you know that I've been using these pocket change hacks for a couple of years. I've grouped them up and been going pretty hard at that, and it helped me tremendously. Shout out Upside, Fetch, um, Cash Walk, all those pocket change hacks I'm doing, Task Rabbit, um, just hustling the system and things like that. But the main point of this is you don't have to do it the traditional way. You just got to do it. And what I mean by that is you got to make sure that you're making moves and making plans for your financial future. As you get older, things are going to pop up on you. All kind of financial things are going to pop up on you. Just getting a vehicle alone raises the probability by like 100% of something popping up on you financially that you weren't necessarily prepared for. But if you start taking the steps now at 18 to 25 years old and start making these moves to make sure that you have these emergency situations set up for when these financial burdens pop up as you become an adult and have to deal with adult life just lifing you, it'll be a lot easier to get through the lifing if you make little plans for the life. It all makes sense. But like I said, off script, so let me bring it back real quick. So, money moves for young adults. So let's talk about smart money moves, because you don't have to be rich to start, but you do have to start to be rich. And again, I don't want you guys to be focused on a money number. Never focus on a specific number. Excuse me, unless you want to do, unless that's what you really want to do, as you said, obtainable goals. Obtainable goals. But don't be 18 years old with no job and be like, I'm going to be a millionaire in 6 months. It's possible, but set obtainable goals first. How are you going to obtain that $1 million? You're going to be a YouTube star? All right, well, first thing you got to do, you got to create your YouTube. Then you got to get a certain amount of followers. And then you got to make sure that your stuff doesn't glitch. You know? But there's steps to it. You just make sure you got to take your steps. So and don't put a number on it. Just make sure you make obtainable goals, and next thing you know, if you're doing what you love, the financials will all balance out. Invest early. Listen, investing is not just for rich old dudes in suits. Imagine if you took $50 a month, just $50 a month, which is less than some Uber Eats or even some Uber rides, and throw it into an index fund. If you don't know what an index fund is, do your due diligence. Due diligence. By the time you're 40, you could be sitting on stacks, but instead, a lot of people are out here just spending money on limited edition French fries, limited edition McDonald's, because Sexy Red's name is on it. But side hustle culture. Let's be real. If you can scroll through TikTok for 3 hours, you can find a way to make money online. Folks are out here flipping thrift store finds, selling Canva templates, or even getting paid just to walk with fitness apps. Y'all letting money pass you like an extra in Fast and Furious. Okay? Make sure you do your due diligence. There's a lot of different ways you can make money. And speaking of getting paid just to walk with fitness apps, double back. Check out season 1. I gave y'all the gems and the juice about the cash walk and the sweat coin, how you can make money just with a step counter app. You can make money with a step counter app. I mean, you're not going to become rich off of it, but you set it up right. Shoot. Just a little side note, I bought a $20, it was a $20 mobile portable charger. I paid $0 for it because I use my app. Just saying, just saying, just saying. Budgeting ain't a dirty word. I know. Some of y'all hear budget and instantly start acting like you're on Survivor and you just gotta keep everything for yourself. You can't let anybody touch it or see it or anything. But budgeting ain't about restriction. It's about having control over the situation. If you tell your money where to go, then you don't have to wonder where it went. Does that make sense? If you tell it where to go, you don't have to worry where it went. So, Mr. James, I got a question for you, sir. You're a spry 20-year-old young man. What do you think is the biggest money mistake going on in your age range right now? One of the biggest ones.
Honestly, like with the people that I hung out with, like in my age range. Um,
You talking about like back in Colorado?
yeah, like just spending all your money on short-term gratification stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then like complaining that like, oh, all my money's gone and I didn't even spend it on anything, you know?
Yep, yep. Went and got those gold plated French fries, those gold plated wings, which I hear is a big thing right now. Like,
That
yeah, dude, I just spent $120 on 6 gold plated wings. Like, bro,
is
first
wrong.
of all, if you ate it, it can't be real gold. I mean, is it? Is it really real gold? I mean, there might be a small remnants of it somewhere, but I'm pretty sure if you ate it, it probably ain't gold. But yeah, man, it's crazy out here. And then I don't want to point fingers too much because we had our moments when we were young and dumb. Shoot, I mean, I don't know how many people do it. I know you guys, you and your siblings aren't really club people, but I know plenty of people who messed up their bank accounts, their credit cards, and all that jazz, trying to be that guy at the club and trying to buy the VIP or get the bottle service. And then now we're 40, 35 years old and they struggling like, man, where'd all my money go? What happened? I don't even know what happened. I know what happened. You was spending G's at the club. At the club, bro, for an experience. Putting down 1,200 for an experience. It's crazy. Craziness to me. But from a year now, people will be wishing that they started saving money today. So whether it's $10 a week, cutting back on unnecessary spending, or picking up a side hustle, just do something because you don't want to be 30 looking back at yourself like, bruh, why were we playing so much? Or better yet, you don't want to look back at yourself and be like, damn, I'm doing the same thing Elijah was doing. And not to say that it's bad what I'm doing. Like I'm figuring it out. I'm learning as I go. But just think about the real reason I'm here. The real reason I'm doing this for you guys. Because I don't want you to be like me. I made those mistakes as well. There's a lot of stuff that I would not change because I'm an experienced kind of person when it comes down to it. And that's where a lot of my money went back in my younger days. Not necessarily the novelty things where it's like, oh, I went and saw this expensive movie and I don't even remember the movie and I blacked out. Nah. Like I did some things. I did some things. Okay. Not everything I could tell on live streaming enters of nets type stuff. But I've created a lot of memories. but but you don't want to be 40 years old. Yeah, I know. You don't want to be 40 years old though, still trying to partially figure it out. You know, I'm not trying to down myself, but in a lot of people's minds, I should have figured it out already. I should be about anywhere from 5 to 15 years from retirement right now. There's people, not a whole lot, but there's a handful of people I know out there that are already ready to retire, that are around my age. But I'm still figuring it out. But I'm gonna figure it out for them. It doesn't matter. My success doesn't really matter. What matters, what I do, is the fact that I try and I present the options and I show that you can do multiple things and still stay afloat. That's my purpose, is to be a representative of entrepreneurs, to be a representative of independence. It doesn't matter if I reach the status of Bill Gates or Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos or anybody like that. What matters is that I represent these things and the generation after me sees it and it sparks a fire in them to at least try. Just at least try. That's the most important part. But all right, that's your dose of the wealthy wisdom for today. If you got any value from this, make sure to like, share, follow, all that jazz, and make sure to actually look into Habari Entertainment too, man. Check them out. We got other podcasts on the show, and if you get a chance, go on IG and check out Earth Through Aperture as well. But we're gonna keep it moving on to the next segment right now, and that segment is Next Gen Thoughts, which is gonna be replacing Asking the Masters for now. So excuse me, sorry, pardon me. All right, y'all, let's get into the next gen thoughts. This is where we break down the difference between Gen Z and millennials and talk about what's going on. So, look, adulthood ain't for the weak. I know some of y'all listening right now is still trying to figure out why nobody told them about taxes. They hit different when you're grown, right? Right? You thought that refund check was going to save you and that government loan, or that not government, that you thought that your return was going to save you and that school debt or medical debt or whatever it is, car debt. But nope, government was like, nah, let me get that piece. What you got on my 40, homie? Yep, run that back. So, funny generational differences. See, back in the day, we had real struggles. We had to actually memorize phone numbers. James, you have no idea what it was like if you lost your paper or couldn't get to a phone. Like it was horrible. You just weren't calling anybody. It wasn't going to go down at all. It was a real scary thing back then. And let's talk about the internet struggle. I think you might have heard me mention this one before. Back in the day, we had dial up. Man, could you imagine sitting there in the middle of a game, you going gaming hard, you're already ranked up, about to hit first on the Hall of Fame, or on the stats board, about to hit first and everything. Next thing you know, I got a call coming in. I answer it in the middle of your game, about to get a headshot, and you get kicked off the internet. Just get kicked off because I answered the phone. Because I answered the house phone. That's how it was back then. Back with dial up, man. That was trauma, man. Imagine. Sorry, Jess, but imagine being a teenager, because we had the chat rooms back then. Imagine being a teenager in the chat room, chatting with this girl for the last hour, getting to know her, all that stuff, and all of a sudden, the phone rings. Somebody answers the phone ring, get kicked off the internet in the middle of the conversation. Forgot to get the email, forgot to get the phone number. Conversation's lost forever. You ain't finding that one chick in a million chat rooms with a billion people. You ain't finding her again. Nope. Love is lost forever. So what do you think about the fact that you guys don't have to deal with that anymore? How would you feel if you still had to deal with that nowadays?
I dealt with that dial-up internet speed a little bit when I had like a flip phone,
Mm-hmm.
but like honestly, I can't even imagine what it would be like now if I had to do that stuff, because like everything like relies on the internet now.
Mm-hmm.
And like being connected, and like you know even like your iPhone to your Apple Watch to your MacBook, it's all connected through being on like the same internet. And it's like, I just couldn't imagine everything being dial up.
Yeah, it'd be crazy. And then could you even imagine the download times? Like, you think stuff takes, people out here are like, man, it's gonna take 5 minutes to download. Psh, I kid you not. I had a video game on my PS3, and this isn't even super far back. It was a PS3. It took literally like 12 hours to download the video game. I mean, it was an all online game, so I mean, it was a lot to download. But seriously, I literally went to work, came back, and the shit was still downloading. That ain't gonna happen these days. That's not gonna happen these days.
Yeah.
But let's switch gears a little bit and talk about health, because some people are out here treating their body like a rental car with no insurance. And listen to me, your body will invoice you later. Trust me, that bill ain't cheap. Medical bills will rape you raw up the tushy with a silver hot thing. Don't want to get too graphic, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Medical bills is a pain in the ass. I'm not sure if if you've seen or had to deal with any medical bills yet, James, but man, them things will rape you sideways, turn you around, and do it again. Uh, and then a lot of people out here are thinking that sleep is optional. Walking, nah. There's scooters, water. This is the crazy one. I mean, there's so many people out here that don't enjoy water. Like, how do you not like water? Like, oh no, I gotta have something infused with it. I gotta have a flavor. What? That's the craziest one to me. Is people told me they don't like the way water tastes.
That shit's insane. I mean,
You don't like the way water tastes? That's like saying I don't like the way air tastes.
yeah, you gotta have
Like,
pure air.
what? It's crazy. Crazy to me, man. But yeah, so what do you think? I mean, you and your siblings are definitely some rare breed, but there's a lot of like statistically, obesity is on the rise. Diabetes is on the rise. All these medical conditions are on the rise because this generation isn't making the best health choices.
Mhm.
So how do you keep yourself in check on not gorging 4 packs of Oreos in a day
Yeah.
and spending $20 at McDonald's and stuff like that?
Honestly, a lot of obesity, a lot of chemicals in our food is all done because of corporate greed and the industrialization of all this shit to make it cheaper so that
Mhm.
when we ingest it, oh yeah, it's a $5 burger, but it's like full of shit, and
Yep.
it's like, but it's a $5 burger. I mean,
Right,
come
right.
on. But, like, so I don't blame people, for being, bigger because, like, I mean, you can make those decisions, but you also can be in a tight spot without, good money.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I think I personally I stay healthy because I look at all of the corporations that are doing that stuff and I think that it's just like not viable to like actually eat. And it's like I
Mhm.
look at this shit and I'm like, how is this like viable for human consumption like at all? Like it's crazy.
Definitely, definitely. And I gotta give a kudos to a little bit to both of the generations. These both two right now because on one end we have my peers who are the adults now, we're the parents now, and we are trying to teach our kids about label reading. That is going to be probably one of the biggest saviors. If you can't pronounce it, you probably shouldn't be putting it in your mouth. Just saying. But the cool thing on the Gen Z end is not all of them. Like I said, the obesity is on the rise, diabetes is on the rise, and things of that nature. But there is a good number of Gen Z people who are listening to their parents. Like I said, like James and his siblings, they're a little bit of a rare breed. We got a little lucky. Me and Jess got pretty lucky. But I just that's my one kudos. That's a round of applause for both generations from me for today, the millennials and the Gen Z, because us millennials as a millennial elder and my fiance as a millennial elder, we are doing our best to teach and at least give the next generation options and the knowledge to make the best choice for them. And I also want to give the applause to the Gen Zs, people that are out there, excuse me, the Gen Z people that are out there giving us millennials the time of day to even consider listening and taking our words and putting it into your lives. Like, I'm impressed. I appreciate it. We do. Because you guys are going to be us in another 10 to 20. So just think about that. All you people out there who aren't making the best choices. Look at those in your life that didn't make the best choices that are my age. Do you want to be like that when you get that age? Do you? Do you? I don't think so. So we got perspective on growing up in 2025. All right, James, real talk. What's one thing your generation you feel like is doing really well? And then what's one thing you feel like you guys are doing not so well at?
Mm.
From your perspective, of
Yeah,
course, for all the people out there. We're not
yeah,
speaking I'm not holding James accountable for the whole generation. And
yeah.
I'm not accountable for my whole generation. This is just our perspectives and our opinions here. It's for entertainment purposes only.
Um, can you repeat that question again?
Yes. So what's one thing your generation is actually you feel like is actually getting right? And what's one thing that you feel like you guys are kind of failing at? And it can be anything across the board.
Yeah. I think right now we're living in the age of information, and I think Gen Z, we're doing a great job at, you know, using the tools that we have to
Mhm,
do the research, to, you know, I mean, be aware of the world around us. Um I think we're doing a good job and we have a good head start because of the internet.
mhm,
Um One thing that I think that we're not doing so great on is uh being able to identify propaganda and
mhm,
like, you know, oh, they're just saying these things so that I will, believe it because of my confirmation bias.
mhm,
And a lot of people just don't see through that. And it's not necessarily their fault, but it is just like a big thing that's happening right now.
mhm, mhm. And that's a really good point too, because the first one is the double-edged sword of the second.
Mhm.
If you guys get that. So the fact that which I actually commend as well, and us millennials who are the old folk now who do decide to charter into the digital field, because a lot of us are out here acting like our parents, like, oh, it's a computer, I don't want to mess with it. Here, get my grandson to do it for me. Like, no, we need to embrace it too. We need to embrace it too, us millennials. Like, it started with us. Just come on, let's keep embracing it. But I really like that answer because yes, I do really commend you guys. Um there's a group of you out there that are really digging into the university of YouTube, is what I like to call it sometimes. You can go on there and learn all kinds of stuff. The AI in the last 3 years or so has just excuse my language, but fucking ridiculous. Just fucking ridiculous. And it's been able to be utilized very well. But with the AI, it's kind of a good point where there's the double-edged sword, because somebody may go do a digital AI and do like Brad Pitt, and then do a voice AI, and then next thing you know, they got a short of Brad Pitt talking about he hates gay people or something.
Mhm.
And then somebody sees that on Instagram, and now next thing you know, everybody's trying to cancel Brad Pitt because this fake AI thing has him saying that he hates gay people. And that's them running with the not necessarily propaganda, but that's them running with the BS that's out there though,
Yeah.
and not going back and doing their due diligence and making sure that the information that they're willing to share is the correct information. So, but yeah, good answer, good answer.
Thank you very much.
So look, no matter what your age is, life is gonna be lifing. Like, really. Soon as you get out there with any kind of independence, life is gonna be lifing. But you gotta decide if it's gonna be a struggle story or a success story. You ain't gotta have it all figured out, but you do gotta start. And the earlier you start, the better. The best time to get serious about your future, let me see if I carry the one plus two. Yesterday. Yesterday is the best time to get started for your future. Yesterday. So if you did that math right, you get it. But don't wait till you're 30 and then you're like, man, I'm just like Elijah. Because yeah, that's about when I hit the bug. I want to say about 27, 28, 29, 30. something like that. I want you guys, all of you that are out there watching me, make me feel like I was not successful. I want you to make me feel like my success that I achieved doing this podcast and educating myself is nothing compared to what you're about to do. Because that's all I want to do. I just want to be a stepping stone for somebody, a starting point. That's my job. I've always said it since I was a kid. I may not be a legendary person, but I'll be damned if I don't assist somehow. So saying like I may not be Michael Jordan, I may not be a Hercules or nothing like that, but damn, what I'll definitely be a Scottie Pippen. I mean, he was great in his own right, right? If you really know, Scottie Pippen was a bad man, but Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan, and I know I ain't gonna be no Michael Jordan. It is what it is. But that's going to wrap it up for next gen thoughts. And actually, we're going to slide on to, like I said, I'm always trying new stuff, trying to get y'all a great experience. We're going to slide into a quick little commercial for you guys, and then we're going to bring it right back. We'll do whatever one worked.
Okay.
Did the other one finish? Oh, it did? Okay,
Yeah, that
whatever.
was finished.
Surprise me.
All right.
You guys got a brand new commercial coming at you right now.
3, 2.
Yo, what's up, man? It's your favorite podcast host, Mr. Elijah Lee.
Make sure you check out Work for Generations every Saturday at 1 o'clock. Where? HabariEntertainment.com, of course, or you can catch us on Facebook or YouTube. Just check out Habari Entertainment. Check it out on YouTube. Follow them. Facebook. Follow them. Subscribe. Hit the website. Don't forget, though, it's me, your favorite podcast host, Mr. Elijah Lee, and Wealth for Generations comes on every Saturday, 1 o'clock. Peace.
Yo, welcome back. I hope you had your little pee break, got yourself a little bit more water. Thank you for hanging with us. Hope you like the new commercial we got going. We're going to be trying some more stuff. And if you guys are interested, we are definitely always interested in more sponsors. If you want, we can have your own commercial running up there just like that. But we got you. So the next segment we're going to be rolling into is actually one of my favorite segments, one of my favorites, which is called The Health is Wealth. The Health is Wealth segment is brought to you by Jessica Marrero and Christina Rose of Elevated Souls. They say that we're here to elevate your soul. You can reach them at 480-269-2649, or you can follow them on the IG, Instagram at ELIVE, the number 8 D_SOULS. Excuse me. Let's see what the ladies have for us today. Excuse me. So by show of hands, who's familiar with journaling?
Journaling. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about some journaling. Today we're talking about something simple but powerful, journaling. Now, I already know some of y'all are thinking, man, I'm not about to sit down and write in no diary, man. What do I look like, a little girl? But no, that's not what it's all about. Hold up. This ain't about Dear Diary. Today, I ate a sandwich. It was meh. Nah, this is about getting your mind together, reducing stress, and leveling up. Listen, if billionaires, CEOs, and top athletes can sit down and journal, why can't you? You'll be on your phone all day anyways, writing essays in the group chat about why the McFlurry machine is always broken. You can take 5 minutes to write something that actually helps your life. Let me break it down. Journaling has a crazy number of benefits. And if you ain't doing it, you're missing out on all the benefits. So let's go and check them out. The benefits of journaling: it reduces stress and anxiety. Life is already wild. Sometimes you just need to dump all that mess onto some paper and let your brain just. It's like deleting old files on your laptop so it runs smoother. Enhances self-awareness. Ever look back at old texts and think, wow, I was really out here acting a goddamn fool. Journaling lets you know that your own thoughts expect in a way. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Totally said that wrong. Journaling lets you do that for your thoughts. Totally missed out on like 3 words on that. Journaling lets you do that for your thoughts, except in a way that actually helps you grow instead of just cringing. Boost creativity. Look, some of y'all are out here sitting on $1 million ideas, but before you forget them at lunchtime, write them down. The app idea, the business plan, that weird dream that made you wake up in the middle of the night like, I figured it out. The best-selling novel that you started on your notes on your phone. Write it in the journal. It'll hone you back in and keep you focused. Improves your mood. It's scientifically proven writing down good things that happen in your day makes you feel happier. So life's been slapping you around, grab a notebook and start focusing on the wins. And also, here's an extra little plus. If you're feeling down and feeling like life is lifing too much, you can always go back into your journal and read a page that was a really good day. And that could also improve your mood. Just think about that one. Or if you read something that's like, oh yeah, I forgot that made me feel that way when I did that. And it's something you can do right then and there, do it again. Just do it again. Do it. Um, supports mental clarity. Ever have 50 tabs open in your brain at once? Yeah, all the time. Journaling helps you close some of them. It organizes your thoughts so you're not out here making wild decisions just because your mind is cluttered. Encourages personal growth. You ever look at old pictures and realize how much you've changed? Now imagine doing that with your mindset. Journaling lets you track down how much you're evolving over time. And another little side note, I don't know if you guys know this. Some of you may, if you caught every single episode that I've ever done, which is like over 100. But anyways, I write. I don't necessarily journal, but I've written a lot of stuff in my life. Some of it may be poetry. Some of it may have been an attempted rap. Some of it may be following the lines of what I call my pieces. But I have them and I have them tucked away. And it's literally from a span of maybe like 16, 17 years old till now. And every once in a while, I'll sit down and I'll look through that stuff and I'll be like, God damn, I was a wild ass little teenager. But it lets you know, like it says, it encourages your personal growth. I am not the same man I was when I was 20. I'm not the same boy I was when I was 19. And it's kind of cool sometimes to look back on those writings and think about the mindset I had at those times in my life and how I've transitioned through some of them and how some of it has technically carried on as well. But it also strengthens emotional intelligence. Some of y'all are out here catching attitudes and don't even know why. Writing helps you understand your emotions so you don't end up beefing with people because you lost a parking spot.
Someone gave us $1.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Where's my money? Give me $1. How do I get it? I wanna
I think it's from the YouTube.
I want it. I'll give you 50 cents, James. Send it straight to my Zelle next time.
Thank you, Mark.
Well, emotional increases gratitude. Gratitude journaling is a game changer. Instead of waking up mad about life, you start recognizing the good stuff. Like, yo, I actually got good friends. I ate today. My Wi-Fi works. Life ain't that bad. I ain't got dial-up. I ain't got no dial-up. There is no such thing as dial-up anymore. I'm cool. We don't need landline phones no more. Sure. Aids in goal setting and achievement. Writing down your goals makes them real. It's the difference between I want to start a business someday and I will launch my business by December. And here's how. Boom, boom, boom. Bing, bing, bing. It can be anything. Like we said, it's not a diary, it's journaling. Improves problem solving skills. Instead of complaining about your problems, write them down. Break them down. Break it down. Break it down. Sorry. Somebody get the cardboard. But Break them down. Half the time, the solution is easier than you thought once you see it on paper. Enhance memory and comprehension. Sorry, enhances memory and God damn it! I guess it's not. I guess I haven't been journaling enough because my mind is not comprehending these words. Enhances memory and comprehension. Studies show writing things down helps you remember better. So if you keep forgetting why you walked into a room, it was for the socks. You were trying to get another pair of socks. It's usually what happens to me. Um, but yeah, if you keep forgetting why you walked into the room, maybe start journaling. It'll help your memory. Promotes mindfulness. Journaling keeps you present. It's like a mental check-in with yourself, so you don't just go through autopilot on your life. Tracks personal progress. You might not feel like you're growing day by day, but looking back at old journal entries, that that's when you realize you're out here leveling up like a video game. Supports healing and dang. Supports healing and emotional release. Sometimes you just gotta write it out instead of wilding out. Shout out Nick Cannon and his 18,000 kids. It's cheaper than therapy. It keeps you from sending that "I miss you" text you'll regret later. And don't mix it with alcohol either. It'll just be faster. Encourages self-discipline and routine. Making journaling a habit builds consistency, and consistency is key to success. I'll say that again. Journaling is a habit that builds consistency, and consistency is a key to success. You want to be great, you got to move like that every single day. Look, at the end of the day, life is going to be coming at you like, yo, what up? What up, though? What up, though, cuh? What up? What set you from? The difference between people who thrive and people who struggle is how they manage their minds. And journaling, that's a free, easy, no excuse way to do it. Did I mention it was free? So here's the challenge. Start journaling this week, just 5 minutes, 5 minutes a day. Write about your wins, your thoughts, your goals, whatever. Just start. Because in a year, you'll be grateful that you did or mad that you didn't. And if you need a journal recommendation, just use any notebook. What I like to do, as soon as summer hits, go to the wherever you want to buy your notebooks, wherever it is. But when summer hits, all the school stuff goes on sale. You're welcome. Or as you go back into school, if you want to deal with those crowds. That's why I choose the summer. I don't like dealing with them school crowds. But if you go right when school starts, all that stuff is on sale. Just a little side note. And if you need journal, blah, 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 you don't need a fancy feather pen or a book or I'm sorry, you don't need a fancy leather bound book or a quill pen. You just need to start writing. So that's it for today. That'll be the health is wealth for today. Hope you guys got something great out of it. And if you did, make sure you like, follow, share. Wealth for generations. But that's going to wrap it up for the health is wealth today. We're going to roll into the the second to the last. Sorry, not the last, second to the last. What are we looking at? 40. That is going to be the wacky wealth. People getting rich off of this. If this episode hasn't motivated you to do something independently or make some kind of move, this one might get you a little upset enough to make a move. Okay, all right, y'all, welcome back. Or not welcome back, but welcome. We've got the wacky wealth coming right at you. So you guys ever heard about people making money off of the most random things? Look, if you ever thought, man, I don't know how to make money, just know somebody is out there getting paid for literally nothing. You want to know how? Let's get into it. So first up, did you know somebody made over, oh yeah, this one, man, all these are crazy. Okay. Someone made over $5 million selling canned sunshine.
What?
I don't even understand how that fucking works. Sorry, but I don't even understand how that fucking works. How does that fucking work?
How do you even
I would
get
be so
some-
pissed because how you open up that can, there ain't no fucking sunshine in there. What you is there? Does the instructions say must open outside in sun, and then there's a mirror at the bottom of the can, and you open it and it's like, oh, there's the sunshine. Like, what up, Jimmy? What up?
Hey, we still live.
Oh, cool. All right. Actually, I can double check right here. We live, baby. We live. What's up? How's it going? We have another exciting.
Oh no.
Well, is it back?
This is so confusing.
It's so weird.
I'm just not gonna touch anything.
Your pinky, Jimmy, is a big gulp. No homo. Oh, I think it's back. It's so weird.
I'm just not gonna touch anything.
Your pinky, Jimmy, is a big. Oh yeah, I just said that. Okay.
No homo. Yeah.
Okay, cool. We back, y'all. We back. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties there. That was weird. But anyways, there was somebody out there made $5 million off of some sunshine, man. Off of some freaking sunshine.
So my shit on Amazon?
What was that?
Did you sell it on Amazon? Is that how
I don't know what the heck it was, man. It says this dude was out here scooping air from California and slapping a label on it. Maybe it was Amazon. It says it was shipping it across the world. Meanwhile, yeah. So it doesn't really say where, but I'm like, sunshine, bro. Sunshine. And I actually seen this one on I think I saw this with the 2 Chainz thing when the dude had this one. But it says, and speaking of people paying for air, James, you ever heard of celebrity air? People are out here selling jars of celebrity air. Like, yeah, Brad Pitt. Sorry, I just Brad Pitt's on my mind right now, and he's so handsome. But anyways, people are all here like, yeah, this jar has Brad Pitt's breath in it. I'll sell it to you for $1,000. Like, really? I don't know if I want to be upset that somebody got away with selling that, or upset that someone bought it. Because I feel like the sunshine thing, if you're a good salesman, I might just buy it off of curiosity. Just be like, you know what? Nah, let me see. Is there really sunshine in that can? But somebody's like breath. No, I'm not sold. You can't sell me. Yeah. It's like, oh, Beyonce coughed in this jar. Here you go.
Like, imagine going over to your friend's house and like they have that shit like just out as like, I don't know. I feel like it's a good conversation piece. I guess
like on display or something.
Yeah.
Like, hey, bro, why you got this mason jar on this fucking on this stand with a light on it and everything? Oh yeah. Jay-Z coughed in that. Yeah. That's Jay-Z's breath is in there. Yeah, it's worth like $1,200 right there, man. Yep. But how do you know it was Jay-Z though? How you know it wasn't Dame Dash? Just saying. But that's a weird hustle, man. That's crazy. We got sunshine. We got celebrity's breath. Oh, and it gets even crazier. Some dude got rich off selling invisible art. Yeah, you heard me right. My man convinced people to buy nothing at all. Like, if the sunshine and the breath wasn't bad, my man's out here like, behold, nothing for sale.
Just nothing.
Constructed by me. Yeah. We'll start the bidding at $2,000. $2,000? $2,000. Seriously, man. Seriously. $20,000 for invisible artwork. It's crazy. But wait, y'all ain't even heard these next ones. These are the side hustles that sound crazy, but people are actually making money off of them. So some of you might have heard it, not gonna lie. I don't know how many of y'all out there be looking for random stuff. But professional, this one is actually this is crazy. But I've technically done something similar to this. But professional line standing, which actually, if you are a tasker, there is a section in there that you can put as waiting in line. So that actually is a job. It's crazy. But once you stop and really think about it, think about somebody who is handicapped and they want, again, like not to put y'all down, but I feel like one of y'all might do this. Say you're a Gen Z person and you got a lot of money and you want the brand new Jordans that are coming out, and you know that there's going to be a line at that Foot Locker in your neighborhood for these brand new Jordans coming out, but you got dumb dough. So I'm call up James like, hey man, I really don't want to go wait down. It's like, I know the line is going to start probably like the day before. I'll pay you $200 to go camp out at the Foot Locker for me to get the shoes for me, and just take my credit card and pay it with that. So I mean, it kind of, you got these crazy collectible people out there. I saw the thing on social media about the Pokemon machine. I don't know if y'all saw that. The two guys, two grown ass men fighting over the Pokemon vending machine. But I guess the thing is, I'm not in that Pokemon world like that. But I guess it's kind of like the next evolution of trading cards, like basketball trading cards and stuff like that. So I'm under the impression that there's certain Pokemon cards that trade for high value and stuff like that. I'm not in that world, but I guess it's a newer thing to have the specific Pokemon card vending machines. It's like a newer thing. And yeah, I saw this footage of these two men. They were literally, I mean, they weren't like fighting, because it was super passive aggressive shit. Like, one dude has his hands in his pockets and he's just like standing like freaking lion stance in front of the machine, so the dude can't like get his money in. He's like trying to push him out the way, and he's just like, I'm not doing anything. I'm not I'm not doing anything. You're standing in the way like a fucking statue, bro. Like, and the other guy's like trying to move him, but he's not like trying to like shove him. So he's like moving him with his chest and like his shoulder, and he's like super passive aggressive fight. But but anyways, long story short, professional line standing. People are getting paid to stand in line for people. You don't want to wait 3 hours for some new Jordan. Bam. Jordans. There you go. Boom. Hire somebody for $50 to hold your spot. I should have been doing this back when Popeyes dropped that new chicken sandwich. No, seriously though. I mean, not for me, but somebody should have been out there. And then my comparison was, I was actually hired off of TaskRabbit to wait in line, and what they wanted me to do, which I really think, or no, actually no, we're not going to talk about that right now. We're gonna go ahead and go to the next thing. Actually, we're gonna go ahead and go to the next thing. Number 2, digital afterlife manager. Yes, that's what I said. Digital afterlife manager. This one like really blew my mind. People are really paying someone, like, and this is like, it's crazy to me, because you can't pay for it for yourself. So someone else is paying for this for you on your behalf, which is the crazy part to me, because it's an afterlife, man. So you're dead. So you're not buying it. So this is like your wife or whatever. You're married for the last 10, 15 years or whatever. You passed away, unfortunately. And now your wife hires a digital afterlife manager. Someone's paying someone to handle their social media after they die. So you pass away and someone's still posting Happy Friday memes on your Facebook. That's commitment.
What? Oh my God.
Like, that's just kind of weird. Don't do that for me, people. Like, I want Wealth for Generations to keep on going, but I'll pass the mantle gladly. I'll pass the torch. Don't do that for me. And here's another one that I've actually thought about before. Selling dirt. Yes, I said it. I've actually literally thought about it before, selling dirt. But there's a whole market for celebrity dirt. People are scooping up soil from places like Elvis's old house, bottling it up, and selling it as a collector's item. I mean, if y'all are that desperate, I got some exclusive, like, no, seriously, I got some exclusive Phoenix dirt in my backyard. If you want some, come through. I'll do like $20 a pound if you want. It's a hookup. And trust me, the people in my house, at least 3 of us are going to be famous. I would assume probably like, just no disrespect. I just feel like Dan doesn't prefer the limelight, but everybody, the rest of us is going to be famous. Dan's gonna have his money. He just ain't gonna be out there like that. He's gonna be one of them invisible rich people. But the rest of us, we're gonna be famous. So come get our dirt. $20 a pound.
That shit's insane. People will just like take anything and then just like slap a celebrity's name on it, and all of a sudden it just has like this insane intrinsic value.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I wonder if anybody's ever tried to go in and ask Rihanna about all those glasses. I don't know. Did you hear about that by chance on social media? They're saying that Rihanna, the singer, she's a klepto wine glass stealer.
What?
Like there's multiple pictures of her like walking out of restaurants with glass in hand, and it's just like, why are you taking our stuff? Why are you taking it? But then again, who knows? Maybe she's out there freaking dropping $1,000 tips and stuff, and it's like, nah, go ahead and have that glass because we can buy a case with your bill here. Well, actually, I mean, as a restaurant owner, the tip don't go to them. But anyways, it's Rihanna though. So, so James, if you had to do any of these side hustles, which one do you think you would pick if you had to choose from this list?
I would want to. So, when you talked about the selling sunshine in a can, right? That reminded me of like the pet rock thing. People
right?
Buying the pet rocks. I want to make one like that, but like Arizona theme maybe, and do like pet cactus or some shit, like pet tumbleweed.
We do tumbleweed,
Yeah.
pet tumbleweed, yeah. And then that would look nice on a mantle too, right? Like somehow make a post out of it so they can set it on the mantle, and then you just got your big old tumbleweed on a mantle with the light shining down on it. That'd be beautiful, beautiful. Too bad the Seraros are protected. Like we can't mess with those. If y'all don't know, if you're new to Arizona, don't mess with the Seraros. Like legally, don't mess with them, bro. Unless you want some trouble, don't mess with them. Just saying. But other cactus are free game. We could do aloe, sell aloe plant friends. I mean, I got Chuck at my house. He's multiplying. I was thinking about selling some aloe vera anyways.
Also, or like snow globes, right? Like you could do like desert globes instead. Like put some dirt in there or whatever, and then I don't know, make it look
Dust Devil globes.
Yes, yes. Oh my God.
If we could, that could be a move. If we could figure out how to like maybe color the snow, because I don't know what else. It's probably some kind of styrofoam or something that they put in it to make it float like that. But if we could figure out how to give it that dust look, and then make a Western background, that'd be kind of dope. Fucking haboob globes.
Globes, let's go.
But if I had to choose, I think I'd probably go with the I think I would want to go with the celebrity breath, just because experience wise, I think that would put me in such a collector's category. Like I'd probably meet some interesting fucking people. Like who wants to buy celebrities' breath? Like I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some characters. If I had to choose, I just want to do something that I'm gonna have some good experiences and some stories from it. But yeah, man. Is there one of them out there that you're like, nope, I would never, nope, I don't even want to think about that one. I wouldn't not touch that.
I mean, not necessarily. Like, I mean, it's money, right? So,
Right.
like, fuck it. Make it however you can. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like doing the afterlife social media thing, I would have too much weight on my back. Like,
right. That would feel, yeah, that's feel weird. I don't know about that. And then imagine if you got people trying to double check too. You know what I mean? And then you got to explain it, like, no, sorry, Frank is dead. I'm just James, the account manager. Sorry, yeah, he passed away about a month ago. Because there's gonna be those people that find out late. Those like distant, like those friends you had for like 10 years, but they're like distant. So they find out 6 months later, and you're still posting Happy Friday every Friday. Like, hold on, wait, I heard Frank passed away, but he posted this last Friday. Like, what the fuck? And then they message you, and yeah, Or would you just or can you just ignore it? I guess you could in the end. But yeah, so that's gonna wrap it up for the wacky wealth of the day. And that's gonna actually wrap it up for the day. We're gonna skip the we building boy today. I didn't really have anybody set up. And I just want to kind of reiterate too, man. Y'all check out the talented Alex episode. Check that out. That was a really, really good episode. I feel like we touched on a lot of gems in there. He's a entrepreneur of many hats, so we touched on a lot of different things. Excuse me. Make sure you guys check out HabariEntertainment.com, which is the mother company. If not for them, we wouldn't be here with you guys. And also the mother podcast. Check out Habari Live whenever you can. Habari Entertainment, Facebook, all that stuff, all that jazz. Make sure to check out Elevated Souls, the IG and the Facebook. On IG, it's ELIVE, the number 8_SOULS. And also make sure to check out Earth Through Aperture on IG, ETA. You may be able to find it on there. That is James, our engineer. If you guys need any photographer work, video work, commercial editing, and we're always accepting applications for sponsors. Let's get you a commercial in the middle of the show to get you some more exposure out there, and maybe just share it on the platforms as well, depending on what kind of contract you want to set up. But without any further ado, I want to give a round of applause to the reigning champ, the engineer of all engineers, Mr. James Marrero.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for holding it down on the Uno today, on the Uno camera.
Of course.
And then also, I want to give a round of applause to you guys, all of you out there, supporters, followers, newcomers, old people, young people, cats, dogs, rodents, hamsters, mice, all that stuff. Cabbage, all of it. Onions, airplanes, all y'all. Thank you very much. And on that note, peace.